Hey, Yvette, could I come live with you for a while? Are you okay? Did something happen? I just found Kara's wedding invitation and she set it for my graduation day. When I got upset, Mom and Dad told me that they would make my graduation celebration after Kara returns from her honeymoon. I got upset and told them that everyone else got to have a big party the day of their graduation, that they were denying me that. They got mad at me and said that we could celebrate later, but Kara's wedding was a big deal. OMG, that is so wrong! Wait, I thought that Kara was getting married in July. You're graduating in May. What happened? I think something came up with her fiancé. When he said they had to change the date, she said she wanted to move it forward. I reminded her not to pick May 17th because that's when I graduate. She said she would talk to her fiancé later about the new date. I don't know when the invitation arrived, but she picked the one date I asked her not to pick. That is so like her. Ever since she was seriously ill as a baby, Mom and Dad have been far too lenient with her. That girl has ruined nearly every special moment for everyone else, but Mom and Dad refuse to do anything. Of course you can come live here. I'll let Alex know. Sorry, but tonight you'll have to sleep on the couch. Tomorrow we'll go get a bed for the guest room. I'm sorry to do this to you since you guys just moved into the house. I can't take it anymore. I understand, it's fine. Sorry that we don't have something better for you tonight. Actually, if you want, we could just put out the sleeping bags like we did when we were kids. Thanks, sis. I'm okay with the couch. But if you guys want to turn it into a slumber party, I'm okay with that. Well, it will make Oliver and Bethany incredibly happy, so I don't think it will be a problem. Besides, we still haven't finished putting our bedroom together. This is just another reason to put it off until tomorrow. I'm glad something good came out of this then. I wouldn't say having an excuse to procrastinate is good. Thanks, I'm feeling a bit better. Good. After what you've been put through, you should feel that some of the people in your family love you. I've texted Alex and he's on his way there. Pack a bag for a few nights. If you need to stay here longer, we'll help you pack more stuff. Thank you, Yvette. I'm feeling so upset that I can't focus on my homework. When you get here, I'll help you. Alex is about 5 minutes away, so you had better go get your stuff. What do I tell Mom and Dad? Don't worry about them. Slip out the back for now. When you're in the car, I'll call them and let them know. Oh, you're a lifesaver. Not at all. This is a big deal, so you should be getting your big day. Of course, that doesn't mean you should be slacking off. I know. See you soon. Stay safe and don't worry about anything. I'll take care of it. Hi, Mom. I'm not sure why you aren't picking up the phone, but I need to talk to you. If you're calling about Kara's wedding, I'll tell you what I told your other siblings. We've all already told Kara that you would attend, so we expect you to be there. I'm actually calling to let you know that we're taking Holly in for a while. She's really upset because she's been working towards this for years, and you know that it wasn't easy for her. She has ADHD. So the fact that she's managed to obtain A's and B's for 4 years is really impressive. Like your father and I don't know that? We know. I don't need you telling me about raising my child. After all, dealing with her has been my burden for years. We aren't asking her to skip graduation. Ugh, she's welcome to go on her own. We do expect everyone to go to the wedding. After all, you only get married once, so it is a big deal. I'm not talking about the wedding with you, I'm talking about Holly. She's gonna live with us for as long as she feels is necessary. Clearly you don't understand her condition. She needs to be here to be able to stay focused. Well, Kara made it impossible for her to focus because her dreams of having the same kind of graduation celebration has been ruined less than 2 months before the event. You guys have disrupted her plans, so we're gonna help her since your home doesn't feel very supportive now. That's ridiculous. She's just lashing out because she's so spoiled. She had an emotional meltdown shouting at me and saying that we don't love her. I had to hold your father back because he started to get angry at her. Thank you for proving my point. Your home no longer feels safe. How dare you accuse us of being horrible parents? We won't let her stay with you. She's already in the car with Alex. If you want to fight us on this, feel free. Besides, stop and think about it for a few minutes. If you don't have to worry about Holly, you can focus on raising Melanie. Also, you'll have more time to help Kara with her wedding. Well, that is true. Melanie was upset at Holly's outburst. I suppose that you can keep Holly for now, but don't think that you've won anything. I'm not trying to win anything. My focus is on helping Holly right now. She's just acting out. It's not that big a deal. Either way, you don't need to worry about her. Take care, Mom. I love you. Remember that I love all of my children equally, so don't go trying to act superior. I'm not, Mom. Really, I'm just trying to support Holly. Whatever. I need to help Melanie with her homework. Holly left an emotional mess in her wake. That's fine. Melanie definitely needs your attention. I'll handle Holly. Take care. Hi, Kara. I've been trying to call you, but you don't seem to be responding, so I'm texting. Of course I'm not answering. I'm busy. Unlike you, I don't want some small, rinky-dinky wedding. I want something grand and exciting. And that means dedicating all my time to it, since I've had to push it up a couple of months. I understand, and that's why I'm texting. Oh, are you finally gonna step up and help? Because it's too late now. You should have offered a lot earlier. I mean, I can probably find some small things for you to do. Nothing important, since I know you don't care as much as you should. Actually, I wasn't contacting you about helping. Of course not. You're so selfish and entitled. The thought of helping your family just never occurs to you. Funny you should bring that up. I'm actually taking care of Holly. How shocking. You always play favorites with her. Enjoy her horrible attitude and terrible temper. Actually, she's been great while she's here. Oliver and Bethany love having her around. Good for them. Mom told me how upset Melanie was at Holly's last outburst. It's only a matter of time before she causes you a lot of trouble, too. We'll see. Anyway, Alex and I won't make it to your wedding, so you can remove the meals we chose. What? No, you can't cancel on me. It's my wedding. We're going to Holly's graduation. No one else is going to be there, but she knows how big a deal it was when all of us graduated. Well, of course. Graduation was new and exciting for the first 5 kids. Now it's old hat. Besides, it's just a ceremony. It's really not that big a deal. We'll be going to Melanie's graduation in 2 years anyway. Ah, it's just a ceremony, huh? Actually, I love that. Since your wedding is just a ceremony, and we've already had 3 in the family already, I don't see why you need me there. What? I've never been married. You have to be there to support me. Well, you didn't come to my wedding, remember? You went on a trip to Europe with friends. Well, duh. Of course I did. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I wasn't going to turn it down just because you were getting married. So you shouldn't be upset that I'm going to Holly's graduation. I mean, she told you not to pick that date because it was her graduation, but you didn't listen. You took that day away from her by scheduling your wedding. Since I planned to go to her graduation first, I'm going to keep my promise to her. You already told me you were coming to my wedding. So you're okay with breaking your promise to me? I didn't realize that you scheduled it on her graduation day. When Holly pointed it out, I realized that I had double booked. Since her event was planned first, I'm not going to disappoint her. What about me? You should care about my special day. The rest of the family is going to attend your wedding. I'm going to support Holly, especially since you specifically picked the day she asked you to avoid. I had to pick another day, and everyone was already planning on coming. I was just saving them from having to change their plans. No, everyone had to change their plans because we were planning on a July wedding. You just made it so that people had to choose. And you did it so that people were less likely to realize the conflict between her graduation and your wedding. You are the worst! I'm gonna tell Mom and Dad! Go right ahead. It won't change my mind. We'll see about that. Yvette Elizabeth Hudson, how dare you change your plans just to ruin Kara's wedding? How could you do that? Very easily. I had already planned to go to Holly's graduation, so I didn't really change my plans. I just realized that Kara created a conflict with that. Since everyone else is going to the wedding, I want to be there for Holly. Are you trying to get back at Kara for not coming to your wedding? That's in the past. You need to let it go. If I'm being honest, I'm glad that Kara wasn't at my wedding. Have you noticed that she hasn't attended most of our graduations? And she always misses the weddings of your other children? You can't be serious. She has a life, and it doesn't revolve around the rest of her family. I mean, she has 6 siblings. She can't drop everything for you guys. The plans we made were well in advance of her plans, so it wasn't like we were messing up her plans. The reason she didn't come was because Kara knew that she would have a hard time stealing the limelight. Unfortunately, Kara found a way of hijacking Holly's graduation. How dare you? That is not true at all! Kara had to change the date because of her fiancé. Yeah, but she literally had so many other days she could have chosen. Well, it wasn't like she chose Holly's graduation date on purpose. Holly was there when Kara got the call and reminded Kara not to use that specific date. Well, of course, Kara was thinking of relatives. A wedding is more important than graduation. People already planned to come at that time, so Kara was just making their lives easier. Sure, Mom. Tell yourself whatever you have to so that you don't feel like you're failing Holly. I knew it! You've been waiting to throw that in my face! Honestly, do you miss having Holly around the house? Of course not. She's just a burden. Okay then. I don't know why you care if I like having her around. So far, she's been a huge help. The kids love her. She's a great cook. Of course. It's because I'm such a great mother. I'm pretty sure it's because she's been helping with Melanie and you guys don't make dinners very much anymore. Why do you listen to her? She's gonna paint a much prettier picture of herself. Actually, that was what Melanie told me. Well, that's a lie. Melanie has been thriving without Holly here. That's not what Melanie said. She has even asked if she can live with us too. Oh, why are you turning my baby against me? I'm pretty sure that Kara is your baby. You've been pretty indifferent to Holly and Melanie. How dare you? And since you and Kara are being so difficult, I think that I'm also going to pull Oliver and Bethany out of the wedding. Their outfits aren't even ready yet anyway, so that's one less thing for me to worry about. Especially since we plan to get a room ready for Melanie, just in case. Don't you dare! Your kids are the flower girl and ring bearer. They have to be at the wedding. Kara has plenty of time to find someone else. I know that Uncle Harold's kids were disappointed that they didn't get to be in the wedding. I'll bet they'll be ecstatic to be asked to take on those roles. No, you have to do it. You said that your kids would, so you can't pull out now. I'll let Uncle Harold know. Oh, and I'll inform Kara. For now, I'm putting you guys on silent because I just don't have the bandwidth for Kara's tantrums, or you and Dad's bullying. You will regret this. Your father and I will never accept this. Mom, where are my children? How am I supposed to know that? They're your children. I saw your car on the Ring camera, so I know that either you or Dad have been in the neighborhood. So I will ask you again, where are my children? I don't know. I'm at the wedding venue doing the final touch-ups. Not that Kara needs it, she's stunning. But I want to ensure that everything goes off without a hitch. Okay, I'm calling the police while I check out the footage from the back of the house. Oh, don't you think that's overkill? My children are missing! No, I don't think it's overkill! Ugh, fine, your father picked them up. We aren't going to let you ruin Kara's wedding. Their clothes were never finished! They have nothing to wear! Of course, you would be so vicious, still looking for ways to sabotage the wedding. I gave you at least one good alternative, and I told you that my kids weren't attending. So there was no reason to pay for the outfits they weren't going to need. They'll have outgrown them in just a few months. That's okay. I'm sure I can run out and get something for them. We still have a couple of hours. Oh no, you don't need to do that. I've contacted the police. You what? Dad kidnapped them. So of course there will be repercussions. And clearly you were in on it, so don't be surprised when Alex and I press charges on both of you. Oh, please, you'll have them back in a few hours. Stop being so melodramatic. Today is about Kara, and we are just protecting her. No, what you guys did was literally a crime. Well, your kids are so cute. Harold's kids aren't. It makes sense that Kara wanted your kids instead of his. Dad just took them away at nap time. How well do you think that a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old will behave without a nap? If you think Holly gets upset, just wait until you hear Bethany when she gets overstimulated. Holly is a completely separate problem that I'm glad we don't have to deal with anymore. But I'm a good mother. I'll be able to handle 2 beautiful children. Not when the police arrest you. You wouldn't do that. I know you're just bluffing. Just be ready, because they're already on their way. I don't believe you. That's fine. We'll have our children back soon, and then you'll never see them again. Oh, you're such a drama queen. But I know what you want. I'll send the pictures of my beautiful grandbabies, and then you'll calm down. And don't bother calling me to bail you out. In fact, it looks like none of my siblings are interested in bailing you out. What are you talking about? I've sent all of them a screenshot of what you and Dad did and what you said to me. Looks like I'm not the only one who's done putting up with you, Dad, and Kara. Wait, why are their sirens so close? You didn't. Yvette, you tell them this is a mistake. You can't do this to your parents and your sister. You're ruining her wedding. I knew you were trying to ruin my wedding! Having Mom and Dad arrested? You're the worst! You really need to figure out which of your sibling is the worst, because you throw that around so much we aren't even sure you know who's who now. You're horrible! I hate you! Mom and Dad kidnapped my children from my house. They're getting what they deserve. I told them to! I don't want Uncle Harold's ugly little trolls ruining my wedding pictures. I want everyone in my pictures to be stunning, like me. Why am I not surprised that this was your idea? Thank you for putting it in writing. I'll let you go through with the ceremony, but prepare for what happens when it's over. What's that supposed to mean? You can't threaten me. I won't let them take my flower girl and ring bearer away. I'll lock them away until it's time to start my wedding. Don't you dare, Kara. If you hide my children, I won't hold back. Too late. They're mine until I'm done with them. Okay, don't say you weren't warned. When I got my children back an hour later, they were cranky, scared, and hungry. My husband and I gave them a treat and put them to bed. We have scheduled therapy for them since they're now worried about being locked away, especially when some of my family comes over. We're working on letting them know that most of our family is safe. Mom, Dad, and Kara ended up in jail for quite a while. Kara's mugshot wasn't quite the replacement for the pictures she hoped to have that day, but they're probably more memorable. She ended up getting a few extra days for assaulting some of the police who arrested her. When her fiancé saw her reaction and learned that she tried to hide my children, he broke things off with her. He's contacted me to apologize, but I don't blame him. Kara was always good at hiding who she was when she wanted something from them. I hope that he finds a better partner. He's still young, so I'm sure he'll do much better after taking some time to process everything. Fortunately, he didn't lose that much money since my parents got rid of some of their assets to ensure their favorite child got the wedding she wanted. Well, they definitely made her big day memorable. The rest of my family ended up going to Holly's graduation, and the next day we threw her a really big party at my house. Alex and I also took in Melanie. Apparently, Mom was the one creating tension between her and Holly because they had gotten close after Mom started working. After Kara moved out, Mom tried to create a similar bond with Melanie, and that meant breaking what she had with Holly. It didn't take that long before it was obvious that they got along quite well. They just needed a more supportive environment. Now we've all gone no contact with my parents, even though they've threatened to cut us out of their will. Since we all know that they overspent on the wedding and that Kara was getting most of what was left anyway, it wasn't the threat that they thought it was. Of course, they couldn't contact me or anyone in my family because of the protective order we put in place while they were still in jail. I don't know what's happening with them now, and I really don't care. When their golden child gets out, I hope they're able to rely on her because no one else will help them. And Holly, she's going to college on a full scholarship. We know that she'll do great, and we'll be here to support her for all of her major life events.